Have you ever noticed how inspiration can be both a constant companion and an elusive stranger? In the recent weeks, I felt the weight of its absence, a quiet void where once there were like cascades of ideas. But where does inspiration find its roots? You see, sometimes the hardest part of creating something isn't the lack of ideas, it's just getting started the right way. But how do we capture these fleeting moments of inspiration and turn them into something tangible? Imagine cruising on autopilot, but your mind's landscape is super flat and unchanging. That's been me lately. It's kinda weird. You go from having too many ideas to wondering if your creativity decided to take a permanent vacation. Sometimes you need to get lost to find yourself again, so I decided to bail for a bit and escape to somewhere with less noise and more vibe. What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. Today I want to speak about inspiration and how to find it, how to channel it, and how to use it to your advantage. Inspiration comes and goes. So think of it like waves in the ocean, like as you can see right here. They roll in, they're full of ideas. You can just like kind of use the momentum and ride along. But just as quickly, they can slip away and they're leaving you staring at an empty beach, wondering where all this energy went. If you're new to the channel, my name is Eric, and today I want to talk about this ebb and flow of inspiration, I guess you could call it. And I think it's something that every creator, every filmmaker, every storyteller grapples with from time to time. Like one day your mind is like full of ideas, the next you're just looking at a blank screen and you're waiting for a spark that might not happen immediately. And this period can sometimes really feel like an eternity. It's like super frustrating. But here's the promising part. If you wait long enough, the tide typically comes back. And in those quiet times, when it feels like inspiration has dried up, I think that's when we really learn about hanging in there, about staying creative, about not giving up. So that's why I wanted to talk about how to catch those waves of inspiration, no matter how high or low they can get. So I feel sometimes you have to step away from the noise to be able to hear your own thoughts again. So here I am, hoping that I'll come back with a couple of fresh ideas, with a new batch of inspiration, I guess. Now the good news is that you don't always need a complicated trip to the other side of the world or whatever in order to find inspiration. Like sometimes the magic can almost be like right in front of you, and you can find it in everyday stuff. From my experience, it's basically about mixing things up a little bit. You know, take a different street when you're walking, or grab a coffee from a brand new place. It's kind of these small changes that can really open your eyes to cool new stuff around you. For me, hitting this island was about changing the scene, but you don't have to go that far. Just break up your routine a little bit and boom, you might notice something that you've never seen before. Look at this beautiful view right here. Amazing. The next thing I wanted to talk about is embracing a little bit of solitude to channel your deeper thoughts, I guess. You see, we live in this area where smartphones and computers almost keep us like perpetually connected, and it's almost rare to find a moment of true concentration. Our world is this constant hum of like notifications almost, and I think that really makes it difficult to get inspired, in my opinion. So I believe that for filmmakers and creators, finding a little bit of solitude can be an incredibly powerful tool. So stepping away from all this information overflow will allow us to tune into more creative voices. So it gives yourself a little bit of space and allows you to see a perspective and come up with way different ideas. And I think that's particularly helpful when you struggle to be inspired. So if you're feeling a little bit stuck or overwhelmed, just give yourself a little bit time to think. It really can make a massive difference. Wow, look at those things. Listen to that sound. Super beach feeling. Wow, incredible. Now sometimes I think all we need is a little nudge in the right direction, and there are a few websites that I quite regularly use to find inspiration. Now first I recommend to check out shotdeck.com. That place is really amazing for anyone who's fascinated by cinematography and the like. It's packed with stills from movies that can teach you a thing or two about composition and these kind of things. Another website is called eyecandy.com, and it showcases all kinds of creative content. So we're talking stuff like awesome photography and even graphic design, and I think it's a really fantastic resource for anyone who's looking to get inspired. Next up is a website called saveit.com, and that's kind of similar to Pinterest, but you don't get lost as easily. And the cool thing about this one is the fact that you can also click through the person who created them, which is a really cool way to discover new inspiration and then even connect with the creators directly in a way. And next, let's talk about music as a sort of vessel for inspiration. You might have noticed how the right song can sometimes completely change your mood and even your entire day. Now, I think music is a really amazing catalyst for creativity and inspiration. And that's why I want to give a shout out to Artlist for sponsoring this part of the video. They get it. They know that the right tune can really elevate your content from good to unforgettable or really good. So here's a quick tip. Next time, if you are stuck creatively and you're looking for inspiration, try to browse through the Artlist library. All of this music is tailored specifically for videography, and they even got specific playlists for specific types of videos. So you just filter for the video type you want to create, and boom, you might find the perfect soundtrack that not only gives you the spark you need, but even amplifies it. Now, they recently extended their service offering to being an all-in-one platform, meaning they now also offer stock footage, editing templates, and that makes getting inspired even easier. Because hypothetically, you don't even have to leave your house to create something. You could pick one of their templates as a starting point and then grab unlimited amounts of stock footage and the Artlist soundtrack to create a video.
What I love about them is the fact that they keep on coming up with new innovative stuff, just like this cool graffiti template that you can customize and that they made in collaboration with a London street artist.
Personally, I quite often use some stock clips to complement my own videos, for instance when I need stuff like area footages, time lapses and those kind of things. Artlist plans are also quite affordable, so if you just want to use their music and sound effects for your YouTube videos, it costs less than $10. If you want to use their music also commercially, then you're looking at $17. And if you want to upgrade to Artlist Max, that includes the stock footage and editing templates, then you're looking at $39. If you sign up through my affiliate link in the video description, it gets even better because you get 2 months for free on top of all of that, which makes everything cheaper, obviously. So once again, massive thanks to Artlist for hooking a brother up once again, and let's keep rolling with the video. Lately, I've been trying to explore abandoned places a little bit more. I think there's an incredible charm and it really shakes up the typical travel photography and videography. Wow, we just made it to this abandoned boat and it looks absolutely insane. Super random place, and I think that goes along for inspiration as well. I think you find it in the places that are not so usual from your normal routine, and I think it's quite easy to kind of step outside of the box and check out things that are like slightly different than usual. Okay, so obviously I'm outside here in the nature and I wanted to speak about, I guess, the nature's role in fueling inspiration and creativity. Like, in my opinion, the nature is a crazy, crazy creative powerhouse. Like, only being out here by the beach with a little bit of wind noise and kind of away from like the city's hustle, it really opens up my mind and it makes things so much easier. Wow, it's getting a little bit crazy with the mosquitoes here on this abandoned beach, so let's see what else we can find. Wow, we found this massive family of monkeys right here. Look at this guy. Hey, buddy. I hope you had a great time. If you like this video, you might also want to check out this playlist right here. And with that said, I'll catch you in one of the next ones.